1, let's go. Alright, guys.
You can't play coy forever, husband.
You can't play coy forever. You guys heard it from the horny Han herself. Basically, guys, we are going to be showing how to use shield battery and Chronoboost on the new patch. A lot of players have been struggling with it, so let's try and give some clues as to how to use that now. Early at the start of the game, it can be tempting to drop an immediate Chronoboost, but it only gives you a small mineral boost, and you just end up kind of hitting your supply cap. So I'm not too keen on that. I wait until after my gateway and my gas have gone down, and that's when I like to drop my first Chronoboost. So gateway goes down, gas goes down, queue up one more probe, and then drop it. Just making sure. So let's go into that main base now. I didn't see if a drone came down or not. Oh, hello. Hello. So I like to go 20 Nexus now rather than the old 19 Nexus. So it looks like he is gonna go for this. That's fine. I've got to double check that it's not a... I had to double check that it's not something too cheeky like a 12 pull. So I'm letting him get his natural down now. I think I must have cannon rushed this guy before. He's like pulling so many drones, he looks really worried. No third base yet. Wow. Someone call Owen Wilson because I'm surprised. Wow. Wow, 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 wow. So you put down your gas, it should be in a 22 pylon, not 21, a slight mistake from me. And yeah. Gonna try and buy a little bit of time here, this probe. So I've done only one Chronoboost, and then I like to always drop a Chronoboost on the Adepts. And outside of very specific rush builds, I like to also now drop a Chronoboost on my main base. Now he could very well be rushing me. I'm going to come out this side and just play very defensive with this Adept.
Forward. Let none deter us.
Your helpless probes are in distress.
Pull back a little bit late there. That's okay, she can clean it up. Where's the 6th Zergling? I think the probes killed it.
Let come. We serve
here in the shadows.
So I'm very worried about an all-in right now. And the reason for that is I haven't seen a third base.
Those probes are hurt.
And they can't fight back.
So he's built a few more Zerglings, but I'm actually not convinced now that he's all-inning. Now I think he's not. Could build a shield battery at the front anyway. Let's go back to probes. I did cut a couple of probes during that. And yeah, I was just kind of really on top of my scouting. Because he went pull first, I was still a little bit worried about a roachling, but now that I think about it, he actually couldn't really have done much. These guys are just scouting.
Research is done. Now go make it worthwhile.
So now he's going to go for that base. Okay. So these Adepts are going to go out.
Pylons under attack. Enemies are shooting up your probes.
the firstborn shall persecute.
Upgrade complete.
Whoa. I was not expecting this. So, this was sloppy. I think my pylons were both within Baneling Boss range.
shooting up your foes.
Give us. Where should I? Let your glory to the day. The first glory to the day. Yes, Executor. Let give us your command. The firstborn shall persevere. Let your will. Combat awaits. Faith. Yes, Executor. Glory to the Daylong. Ire shall be reclaimed. It shall be done. Najakar. Give us your command. Ire, give us your command. The firstborn shall persevere. Let combat awaits. We serve glory to the Daylong. Yes, Executor. I shall be reclaimed. Let your will be heard. Faith, give us your command. Where shall we march? Naja. Yes, Executor. We serve. Give us your command. Najakar Mina. Yes. Glory.
Assault de Templar.
Ire shall be reclaimed.
We seek.
Let your will. Ire shall be.
Okay, so how do we recover from here? I think I'm probably ahead, but it's very hard to check on that. So I think I'm just going to build my economy for now, and
Mineral field is gone.
Oh dear.
make sure these shield batteries are nice and spread out, as are the adepts. Adepts and Archons is a nice big spread.
Upgrade complete.
The firstborn shall persevere. I have met the enemy. Combat awaits. Glory to the day. Yes, Executor.
Your
Mind the
focus
whole
probes
The
are
firstborn shall persevere. Give us. I have met the enemy. Not yes. Glory to the day. Combat awaits. The firstborn shall persevere. Iron.
Mineral fields depleted.
Glory to the Daylong. Yes, the firstborn shall persevere. Faith for faith we serve. Let your will be heard. To glory. Not combat awaits.
So can we get the DT shrine? Gonna build a few more probes here.
Let
I'm gonna make 2 more adepts.
serve. Glory shall be reclaimed. Forward! Where shall we march?
Let's get charge.
Give up. Come. We. Naja, come. We. Come back.
Upgrades ready. Use it well.
Assault data plot.
It shall be done.
My charge.
Ire. Let your will be heard.
A mineral field is gone.
The firstborn shall persevere.
Just 2 storms, I think, should be enough. This should be more.
Assault data plot.
I don't think I need +3.
Where shall
Mineral
we march?
fields depleted.
Let your will be.
Your research is finished. Go, Castra.
Come.
Assault
Naja, come.
data
Be done.
Another brawl begins.
Pour.
They're attacking your base.
Ooh, so serious.
Give us your command. We serve.
Find a whole cluster.
Nothing left of it now.
We shall stand against the light.
Shadows I come. We embrace the glory.
Get wrecked!
Fear is an illusion. What would you ask of us?
A mineral field is gone.
Oh dear.
That was more fun than I expected.
Ooh, so okay, I had to go super silent because I was very close to dying that game, and it's because I let my buildings get depowered. But he had next to no workers left. He was just on super low eco. So with these last couple of pushes that he had in his army, it might have looked close, but it's because he was just putting everything into his army. I doubt he had any upgrades. So he actually had 1-1 surprisingly versus my +2. But, you know, I just had the way better army quality. He was trying to add some workers in, there's a good potential comeback unit. Then I'm up 15 workers, I'm thinking about taking a quick base. And all this sort of stuff, so let's go back to the start. And right from the start, I was worried about an all-in when I saw him go the pool first. But then, you know, with his gas being late, it wasn't like it was a super fast all-in. But then I just saw no third, and I kept scouting, and I was like, why does he still not have a third base? And you can see, this is why I built a shield battery at the front. Wait, did I just not put another pylon up here? Oh, it's because I had this pylon here. Because I had the extra pylon there, I actually didn't build a second pylon reinforcing my wall. Normally, with this sort of wall, I would build a pylon right there, so that there's a backup pylon powering everything. Specifically in case Ravagers or Banelings come and blow up the front pylon. So this is it. Like, as soon as I saw these units, I should have already been going pylon there. I built this pylon back here. Ugh, terrible choice. And that's why this did as well as it did. Luckily, these Adepts managed to get in position. The problem was that shield battery wasn't powered. If it was powered, these units would have just wrecked him right here. But instead, these Adepts are eventually going to go down. Even though they've got blades, they do good damage. I actually thought I was dead, but then I realized, wait, I'm way up on workers. This isn't actually that many Zerglings right now. If I can just re-wall and fight him with probes, I can sacrifice some probes. I'm still at 30, 29 versus 26 probes after that fight. I trade 11 workers. At this point, I probably should have tried to wall off there a little bit quicker, but it's okay because I got this shield battery. I'm like, yeah, come fight me, man. Just using these choke points is one of the biggest things when you're defending these sort of all-in attacks. Now, I was a little bit slow here. Let him pick off 1 or 2 probes before I react. But I've re-walled the natural, so he needs new banelings to get through there. Unless I'm like, oh shit, my adepts are way out of position. He can come from both sides and deal with this. So he's going to focus down that pylon, just warping in more adepts. But shield battery plus pulling a few probes. I put a few of those back to work because only 3 or 4 can actually fight there. And any fight like this where a shield battery and a bunch of adepts with glaives are fighting just zerglings, I am getting way ahead from that sort of stuff. So he comes in. He meant to take a third much earlier behind this, but he didn't because his drone went there and was like, oh fuck, I'm pylon blocked. That's a part of why his transition was quite weak. So I immediately, once I held off, I want to counter pressure with adepts. I want to re-secure my third. So there could be more waves, so I do need to wall in, as I do here, and I start moving out to counter pressure. 8 adepts with glaives are incredibly good at wrecking zerglings. But he comes in with another wave, and I'm like, oh okay, we'll just defend this. It's okay, you can kill some of my buildings, but my adepts are all still alive, and now you've got to run home and build fighting units to defend my pressure. Now behind this, because he's shown he keeps being aggressive, I need to really focus on re-walling, and I've gone for a Robo and a Forge, knowing it might have been a long time till I get my third up. So I'm like, let's get a Warp Prism out to counter pressure, make some Archons, make some Adepts, and just kill him with my superior tech. But I end up getting to his base, realizing he has plenty of Ling Bane, so I'm not really able to do damage with the Adepts, and I said, rather than go all in, let's just leave these Adepts threatening. He has to keep massing units right now, and I can just take a third base. So these Adepts keep threatening, very careful to not go on creep, and I eventually will take a third base. I take a while to actually make that choice. Here we go. Finally, I go for that. But he's on 36 drones versus 44 probes this whole time. I went for a Templar Archives to make Archons because I know I've got a bit of excess gas from mining these gases this whole early game. Archons are going to be great versus Ling Bane. And there's always the threat of an early Hydra Bane timer, which he actually ends up doing here off just 44 drones, next to no economy. So I've got my Warp Prism up here ready to keep Adept pressuring, and these 2 Adepts end up really sealing the deal for me, because I barely hang on at home. This little pack of Hydralisks that he's got actually do a sick amount of damage with all this Ling Bane out front. That Immortal getting surrounded really sucks. And I've got to spread against these Banelings, so they don't get the best hits, these Banes. And then I've got Adepts coming out from my natural wall in as well. As long as I just keep making enough Adepts, I know that I should be able to overpower this. Because Adepts with Glaives do well versus Hydras and Zerglings in small numbers or medium numbers. And these Adepts coming in, I think they got him down to like 33 drones. 34? How many dudes does this kill? 1. Oh my gosh. Gets another 3. I got him down to 31 drones versus 50. Hang on to my third. And from there, it's just a numbers game. GG. Nice! Nice. Big thanks Trinhu for the Twitch Prime sub and Reach Pat for the 2-month